And if I could only pick one right now, I would probably pick... Welcome back to Broke Man Finance. My name is Adam. With the recent rise in Ethereum, many newer investors to the crypto world are trying to figure out which is the better investment. Bitcoin, which is without a doubt the most well-known, or Ethereum, which a lot of people believes can eventually catch up and even pass Bitcoin. But what if you could only pick one? Which one is the best long-term investment? Where should I park my money? That is a debate that happens every single day all over the Googles and the interwebs. And I would love to hear your thoughts and comments in the comment section below, so make sure you leave me what you believe is the best long-term investment. Or maybe you look at it like Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett and think this whole crypto thing is nothing but tulip mania. What I mean is, in the 1600s, tulips skyrocketed in the Dutch economy only to come crashing down in February of 1637. Many people, especially in the financial world, believe that this is the first speculative asset bubble to ever pop. Therefore, the term tulip mania is now often used metaphorically to refer to any large economic bubble when asset prices deviate from intrinsic values. You will often see tulips symbolize risk. Little history lesson for today. But if you're new to this whole thing and you don't quite have any Bitcoin or Ethereum yet, then go check out the link below to Coinbase where you can get some free Bitcoin just for signing up. Who doesn't like free? And make sure to stop by my Patreon to see if there is a level there that makes sense for your own investment goals. I'm adding more and more stuff to it, and I'm trying to revamp the whole thing. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is widely considered to have the best store of value out of all the cryptos. And whenever you hear people talking about cryptocurrencies, and especially Bitcoin, you're going to hear the store of value argument just about every time. If you don't know what store of value means, and I didn't the first time I heard of it, if you don't know what that means, basically it is an asset that maintains its value rather than depreciating. For instance, gold and other precious metals are good stores of value because that shelf life is basically endless. Jason Yanowitz, co-founder of Blockworks, says that Bitcoin will be as transformative for money as the internet was for information. He also acknowledges that Ethereum powers most of the Defi or decentralized finance platforms out there, which is the biggest pro for Ethereum as far as being more technologically advanced than Bitcoin. There's no doubt. But Jason believes in the near future, we will be able to build DeFi platforms on top of Bitcoin thanks to layer 2 solutions. Eventually, Bitcoin will become both the global standard of value and the monetary settlement layer of the world. For these reasons, I have put most of my liquid assets into Bitcoin, not Ethereum, says Jason. While Ethereum is popular, Bitcoin is still that household name. They still have the most recognizable brand. A lot of people refer to all cryptocurrencies out there as Bitcoin because they just don't know any better, but they do know Bitcoin. And if Jason is right, if they can build the DeFi platforms on top of Bitcoin and kind of push that technology even further along for that, Bitcoin's price will explode. Bitcoin is also being touted as a replacement for gold in the future. And with its fixed limited supply, it can be looked at more like a gold or precious metal than it could a currency because a currency can have an unlimited supply. A lot of people out there believe that Bitcoin will eventually take over gold in terms of market cap value. And if we ever see that, you're talking about one Bitcoin being worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not up to $1 million per coin. But in terms of Bitcoin being used as a currency, it was never really developed with those kind of intentions. That's why it takes 10 to 15 minutes for those transactions to be confirmed on the blockchain. But could that be sped up in the future? Absolutely. Anything's possible. There's nothing that's off limits right now in the world of crypto. We are still in the infancy stages of this thing. And in 20, 30, 50 years, we are going to see a completely new monetary system. But that's completely my opinion, and I'm no financial advisor. Bitcoin also hedges against inflation because of that limited supply, as opposed to the US dollar that loses value every single year. And it also hedges against political instability and social disruption in corrupt governments that controls banks and currencies. It's a way to build wealth within a corrupt, if you live within a corrupt government, but that could be, you could use that point for Ethereum as well. All you need is an internet connection. Now, Ethereum is often considered superior to Bitcoin for many reasons. First, and probably the main reason, is for the technological advantage that it has and over Bitcoin and Ethereum's overall utility. In my last video, would you leave Doge for SafeMoon? I talk about a crypto's utility and how it brings value to said crypto. The more utility, the better. Utility being, how can we use the damn thing in our personal lives? Can we buy goods and services with it? How is that making my life easier? That's why utility, in my opinion, gives any kind of crypto so much more value, as opposed to like a SafeMoon or a Bonfire that's a deflationary token, but it doesn't quite have the same utility that a Bitcoin or an Ethereum does, especially Ethereum. I mentioned Bitcoin being like gold because of that limited supply, that cap. And if Bitcoin is like gold, then I've got to put Ethereum as a currency because there is no cap. And people, and I'm including myself too, because I'm very long on Ethereum, but people are very optimistic on Ethereum because of that blockchain technology. For instance, the NFT smart contracts that's been gaining traction over the past probably year. These smart contracts on the blockchain could be the way we do business in the future. And I am talking insurance, real estate, lending, borrowing, and a number of other things that involve contracts and businesses. Many crypto investors see Ethereum as having the most applicability in real-world usage in the future. And a lot of people are making that bet because a lot of people are long on them, including the European Investment Bank. European Investment Bank, or EIB, announced that they will be issuing 2-year digital bonds on Ethereum. Think about that for a moment. This is nuts that we have banks now issuing bonds on Ethereum. CEO and founder of Voyager, which is a brokerage for crypto, Steve Ehrlich says that Ethereum will also be soon undergoing an upgrade that will accelerate the speed of Ethereum transactions. That would be huge. Reduce transaction fees, who doesn't like that, and restrict its circulating supply, which would only increase its value. If that were to happen, like Steve mentioned, and you couple that with the ability that Ethereum already has, and let's say that technology keeps on advancing, that would be a mega win for Ethereum, and you would see that price go completely vertical. So that's always the debate with these two. Do you bet on Bitcoin and that store of value, and with a belief that technology is going to only increase and try to catch up with Ethereum? Or do you think at the same time Ethereum is going to stay ahead of Bitcoin regardless of what they're doing? And as Bitcoin increases their technology, so does Ethereum. And Ethereum just keeps on increasing the way they do things and can integrate with businesses and people's daily lives and increase that utility. Personally, I'm invested in both, and I would advise you to probably do the same if I was a financial advisor. However, I am not. But these are two totally different cryptos right now. Now, they have some similarities as far as working on the blockchain and that kind of thing, but they are very different in terms of its usage right now. Could that change? Absolutely. But anything can change in this world. For a long time, I was 75% Bitcoin, 25% Ethereum. Right now, I'm sitting at around 60% Bitcoin and 40% Ethereum. However, I have a feeling that pretty soon it's going to be a 50-50 split for me, because although Bitcoin has been there since the beginning and that's the most well-known and recognized, Ethereum to me is catching up in every single way. I am a big fan of Ethereum, and if I could only pick one right now, I would probably pick Ethereum. And that may sound crazy to a lot of people, but I am very long on what Ethereum is going to be able to do in the future and how they're going to be able to integrate into our daily lives, because that's where I see a lot of value being. Am I always going to hold some Bitcoin? Yes, I believe Bitcoin is going to be a staple flagship crypto moving into the future, but I am very optimistic on what Ethereum is going to be able to do. Bitcoin will become like the family jewels that you don't want to get rid of. You keep willing it down, and it's two totally different value systems to me. This is the thing. Crypto could crash tomorrow, and it is what it is. It's happened before. It's probably going to happen again at some point because it's so new. So the good thing when I say that is you're still early in this if you've never invested before. We are nowhere near using this as an official currency for anything because it's not stable enough like the US dollar. The USD does not have these huge 30% swings up and down on any given day. That's why we're able to use it as our official currency in the United States. At the end of the day, bottom line, it all comes down to what you believe is going to hold the most value moving forward, but that's with any investment. Or do you believe that this is just a field full of tulips? But let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope all your crypto or stocks, whatever, real estate, go to the moon. I hope you stay safe and I hope everyone out there takes care.